Welcome to the first episode of Broken Silence. Let's talk about this. You guys have been emailing me, texting me, DMing me. So Christine, when are you going to start your YouTube channel? When are you going to start your YouTube channel? And I just said, you know what? I thought about it so many times and I don't know, like I was like, okay, I'm going to start it today, and then I got a roadblock. And I started today and then I got a roadblock. But, you know, I think it was the fear that stopped me. Like I was like, oh my God, is it going to be successful? But I had to take that label off. You know, that's not my, obviously your aim is to be successful, but my goal is to inspire others. And I've been doing that through my podcast. My podcast is called Broken Silence, Real Talk. I just released my first book internationally. I'll show it to you guys. It's called Hidden Truths, Broken Silence. It's available Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Target, eBay, Walmart.com. Chapters in Indigo, it will be there soon. Chapters in Indigo they take too long, man. They take way too long. But it will be there soon online. Yeah, I'm just happy that I was able to start this. And let's get this popping, because we have so much to talk about. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram's Impact Over Intention. Again, as I mentioned, my podcast is called Broken Silence, Real Talk, and my book, Hidden Truths, Broken Silence. You know, I wanted to discuss with you guys the power of fear. Because the power of fear, we tend to kind of dismiss it. We tend to kind of, fear is real, danger is real, all that stuff is real. But sometimes we let it hinder us. We let it hinder our success. And a lot of the fear comes from our past. Abuse, toxic relationships, past trauma, sexual abuse, sexual molestation, all of that stuff. And I'm just here to tell you guys that your trauma is not your truth. And anyone who knows me knows that I'm an open book. So I wanted to start this channel to sit down with you guys on my couch, nice and comfortable. You know, some days you're gonna see me with my bonnet on or my do-rag. I have one of my friends, she calls me the do-rag bandit. You don't need to look all glamorous and pretty all the time to face you. You gotta be able to look in the mirror. If you can't face yourself, how can you face the world? You are your biggest critic, you know, and we let social media get to us. We let Instagram, Facebook, likes. That's not life. You gotta be able to live within your why. And a lot of us don't know what our why is. For me, my why is myself and my 3 kids, okay? And the reason why I say myself first is because I'm a mom. And I'm a single mother as labeled in society. But when people ask me like, oh, I'm a mother. I'm not a single mother, I'm a mother. That's what I am. You know? I don't like the label single mom, single dad. I'm a mother. You're not gonna take away anything from me being a mother by putting another word before it. Okay? I went through a lot. I went through molestation. I went through sexual abuse, being gang raped, you name it, I did it, you know, and I got to a point where you have to be able to face your trauma, because in order to help others, I have to heal. You can't carry something as the truth when it's a lie, because guess what, you can only play that game. People are gonna find out. You're gonna find out within yourself. You know, I see that a lot of people sometimes they talk about motivation and they break down crying, you know, and I've seen it in 2 different contexts. And the 2 different contexts that I've seen it is I see crying because of the passion, you know, because they're healed. But I also see the crying because of the empathy. They're looking for sympathy from other people. They're looking for someone to tell them to keep going, you know, and we gotta be careful of how, it's something called counter. We have to be careful of how we displace our trauma onto somebody else. Somebody can't come to us and ask for help, but we're a hot mess and we're pretending like, oh yeah, everything's great. Just come on. And then we tend to now shift what they're talking about and then make it about ourselves. So if someone comes to me telling me their problem, I'm like, yeah, I've been through that too, my dad did this, and it's hard. we can't do that. If we want to help heal, we have to check ourselves first. And that's why I say my why is myself before my kids, because if I'm not good, there's no way that my kids can be good. The foundation starts with me, you know? And I truly believe, you know, the highest human act is to inspire. I truly believe that's the highest currency you can give anybody is inspiration, right? And that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I wanted to start when I thought about this YouTube channel and getting over my fear, you know? For those who don't know me as a book, and the reason why I say the power of fear is because the power of fear can stop us from living in our why, from living in our truth, from living in our purpose. Because for me, something that I'm just trying to get over, to be honest with you, is my past, my trauma, my truth, you know? I still sleep with the light on at night. You know, I can't go to sleep in the darkness because my uncle asked me from the time I was like 6, 7 years old. And I remember him coming home late at night, and I would always hear the garage door open and me pretending to sleep in my cousin's room, just hoping that he wouldn't come in and touch me. You know? And when I go outside, I wear 2 layers of clothes. You'll see me wearing my jeans, but you'll always see me having a pair of tights on because I'm always prepared on the defense, you know? And that's something that I still need to get over within myself, but I just want to let you guys know that we can't let our fear hinder our success. We have to step into our own and our purpose and come through for ourselves because nobody else is going to do it for us, you know? And each day I challenge myself. I'm like, okay, Christine, today you're not gonna with the light on in the bathroom. I'm like, okay, and then it gets time for me to go to bed, and then I get anxiety attacks and panic attacks because I'm challenging myself. But each day that I challenge myself, I'm still moving a little bit closer and further. Sorry, not further, but closer to my goal. You know, I'm moving further away from my past and closer to my future, and that's something I still battle every day. You know. And the power of fear, I didn't know what love is. I'm now learning what love is. You know, I've been in a toxic relationship where a man has used me, he has abused me, he's put his hands on me. And I thought that's what love is because that's what I've been shown. And that's what I've experienced. But as I said, my trauma isn't my truth. You know, and a lot of us, we tend to go back to our pain because that's what kept us comfortable. That's what kept us warm. But I'm here to tell you guys, we have to stop. It's okay to be cold. You know, sometimes it's okay to, you know what, let's take off a layer in the cold. Let's take off another layer in the cold. Because we can't keep comforting ourselves with the jackets, with the mitts, with the hat, if all of those are a lie. Cover just the gold on the inside, which is ourselves. We have to heal within ourselves. And it starts with recognizing that your fear, your past, your trauma has stopped us, has stopped me. It has stopped you from our success. And we have to stop and we have to say no. And now it's about taking accountability for our lives, for our family. And I have a family to raise. My children are my family. I have friends who I consider my family. You know, who they also have kids. So now their kids are a part of my family. How can we do that? Or how can I effectively do that if I can't face myself? A lot of us sit there and put on this front. For what? For social media? The gram? For what? We have to do that. And I think that's why it's important for me to start this channel. For me to talk about this. You know, you guys are going to see me get comfortable. We're going to have real conversations. And we're going to bring certain things to light. That's why I said, broken silence. Let's talk about this. The power of fear. What are you afraid of? I want you guys to get a pen, get a paper, get your cell phone if you need to, you know? Just go to notes. Open your notes on your phone and let's talk about your fear. I want you to try writing down 3 things that you felt has stopped you from growing within yourself or your business or any, but I really want you to sit there and dig deep within yourself. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of? What haven't I healed from? What is stopping me? And you will always realize that it's yourself. I was stopping myself because I haven't healed, and you have to take accountability for your healing. It always starts with you. Peace starts with you, you know? And when anybody asks me, Christine, how are you doing? I'm like, I am. That's all I say, I am. And the reason I say I am is because I feel that I am is the strongest statement you can make about yourself as a human. When anybody's, how are you doing today, Christine? I am. Because I'm living, I'm successful, I'm grateful, I'm loved, I'm worthy, I'm valued, I'm black, I'm worthy, I'm a mom, I am me. Anytime that you tell somebody how you're doing or you always start with I am. So you gotta make sure I is good before them. And that's why I want us to come together, sit down, become a family, you know, family, and let's talk about it. Because how many, like, when I'm on the phone with my friends and we hear certain things on social media or people send me memes and I'm like, all right, let's talk about like what's really going on, you know? I just want to be a voice, you know? And I want to help people and I want to help others because as I said, the highest human act is to inspire. It's the greatest currency you can give somebody. And it's time for change. It's time for change. It's time for us to evolve as a community. Yeah, and that's why I want to start this channel. So this to me is like, it's an intro kind of video for you guys, kind of open up to you guys, tell you kind of a little bit about myself. Before I go, I am going to read a little piece of my book, my introduction, just for the statement, just for the impact. As I said, my Instagram is impact over intention, and a lot of us tend to think of our intent. And if we do something wrong to somebody or somebody does something wrong to us and they apologize and they're like, you know what, I'm sorry, I didn't intend to do that. We have to stop thinking of the intent behind your action and think about the impact. I want you to think about the impact of a smile. Hear the words, how it made you inside. So forget the intent, let's forget the intent. We're not gonna start there, we're gonna start with the impact. We are gonna start with the impact, and then when someone says, you know what, Christine, you accomplished what you said you're going to do. And then my response is going to be, that was my intention. Because I started with my impact. So your impact always has to be greater than your intention. With that being said, as I said, I'm open book and I want to share this book with you guys. Again, it's called Hidden Truths, Broken Silence. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Book Depository, Target, Walmart.com, so many more. This book took me 10 years to write. 10 years to write. And during COVID, during the pandemic, even though it's still going on, I felt like I had to do more. And I had a brother, his name's Stephen Linton. He's like, Christine, this is the time to come out. You need to do it now. People need to hear it, especially what's going on with the world. Black Lives Matter. You need to release your story. It's time for you to come out. So I said, all right. And I got to work and I did what I had to do because I was able to face myself, take accountability, and tell myself trauma isn't my truth. Okay? So I'm gonna read the introduction to my book for you guys. It's called Dear Uncle. Whew. I've been trying to figure out how to come for you because I'm legal now. Forgotten all those things you did to me. You think I don't remember all those days and nights? But I know there's one day you won't forget. That Friday the 13th was the day you thought you took all of me. Yes, you were stabbed and beat up, but you think I don't feel sorry for you? You always used to use my body to try to get your dick up. You molested me all the time and I got tired of it, so I did what I should have did. I called up my boys and they were there on the flip of a dime. While in the hospital bed, you were just concerned about going to jail, about the fact that you were in pain. You're lucky we live in a broken police system because they believed your ass and gave you a pass. But you know the truth, you're living a lie. Hurting little girls, especially me. But now I'm older and I'm done crying in these sheets. I took several charges that night. And several charges against me were laid. I might as well have been the one holding the knife. A part of me wishes I was there to see your pain, but what would I have gained? I lost cousins that night. They don't talk to me now. I guess they're mad because of the way I handled things. However, oldest cousins know the truth of what really happened. I still see you at holiday parties and it disgusts me. When I look at my aunt, I wonder why she never trusted me. I watch her sit on your lap in front of me. Does she think I wanted you? You were the one on top. I was a child, only about 10 years old when you first started groping me. Now more than 10 years later after that night, I sit back and think to myself, what if I never got you stabbed right? You would have been in the one jail hoping that's your bail. My dad and brother stood by my side that night, and trust me, they came out and you're lucky that they ain't that gangster type. You got me looking for love in all the wrong places. It's now time for you and I to finally switch places. I know that day really fucked with you. You don't even know who stabbed you. You're still playing guess who. I know you barely leave your house and you have panic attacks. I'm still hoping I get to see the day you pass. I have 2 boys and a daughter now, and I'm glad I get to show them a real man. A real man provides and is not there to take their wives' money in strides. You're a predator and abuser. Why did you choose me? I'm not a toy, I'm a keeper. I have a husband now who vows to protect me. When I showed him you that day at the funeral, he looked at the casket and said, don't test me. A part of me wants to go back to jail with you, but God showed me different and said it's time for me to let go of you. I'm gonna leave you to him. He knows how to deal with you better than I do. He too will have you on your knees. I'm a woman now. I'm strong, black, and proud. Don't think get away with the same shit now. I'm still thinking of suing you, but keep questioning myself. What would that really do? It wouldn't take the hurt out of me, just money away from you. One day the truth will all rise to the surface. Be prepared, not surprised. You didn't win it all because, as I said, I'm proud and I'm tall. Thank you for making me stronger. I now know I can hold on a little longer. When I take my medication for my nightmares, anxiety because of you, I get mad and scream, fuck you. I'm not going to do that anymore because I'm not a referee and I'm not trying to even the score. I'm done giving you all of me. I would love to get to see your look. Those who really know will now understand that all my pain stemmed from you. And the actions that I took were not to hurt my family, but to protect myself from a child molester of you. And there you go. That was the introduction to my. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it sits with a lot of you guys. It resonates with you, a lot of guys. The reason I wrote it was because I need to be that adult that I didn't have when I was growing up. I didn't have that strong support system. I didn't have somebody that I could genuinely turn to besides my brother, but I wanted to protect my brother. You know, I hid from him. I didn't want him to know certain things because it's my brother, you know. But yeah, I want you guys to like, subscribe, comment, but I have a challenge for you before my next video. I want you guys to, like I said, what scares you? What are you scared of? I also want you to write down 3 goals for yourself. It could be all personal, all business. It's up to you. You write your story. And then I also want you guys to write down 3 impact statements. Forget about what your intention is. I want you to think about your impact, because your impact has to be greater. And then we're gonna work together. We're gonna become a family again. But like, comment, subscribe, and welcome to Broken Silence. Let's talk about it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.